This video is to display the disassembly and assembly of the Lowell single extrusion adjustable center crosshead. Note, for the purpose of this video, the crosshead is at room temperature. Hot mill gloves are required when working with the crosshead at operating temperatures. To begin disassembly, disconnect the head cartridge heater and remove the thermocouple. Using a 1/4 open-end wrench, turning counterclockwise, remove the die retaining nut XT15074. After removing the retaining nut, jog the extruder at 3 to 5 RPMs to bleed out the die. Next, using a 1-inch open-end wrench, remove the tip retainer XT15073 by turning counterclockwise. To remove the tip, use a wooden dowel to push the tip back out through the rear of the crosshead. Next, using a 7/16 flare-end wrench, loosen the 4 die adjusting screws away from the die holder XT15075. After loosening the 4 screws, loosen and remove the 4 1/4-inch hex head cap screws from the die holder retainer XT15076. Now remove the die holder and the die holder retainer from the head cartridge. Clean both pieces while they are still hot using a brass brush or other non-metallic utensil. Insert the helicoid pressure pad XT14317 into the rear of the helicoid. Then thread in the tip retainer, ensuring to back off a 1/4 turn once it has bottomed out to prevent thermal lock. Using the same 1/4-inch hex head cap screws previously removed, bolt the helicoid mounting plate XT14578 to the head cartridge. Now remove the remaining parts of the crosshead from the flange by removing the 3/8 hex head cap screws from the back of the feed adapter on the flange. The 2 additional 3/8 Allen head screws can be removed at this time. To remove the helicoid from the head cartridge, fasten the helicoid mounting plate that is attached to the head cartridge into a vise. Remove the remaining 2 3/8 hex head cap screws from the back of the helicoid if not previously done. Next, thread the extractor shaft XT24159 into the mounting plate, rotating clockwise until the helicoid XT26130 is pushed out of the rear of the head cartridge XT25990. At this time, remove the tip retainer and the pressure pad from the helicoid. Clean the helicoid using a brass brush to remove the material from the flow channels. Next, remove the extractor shaft and mounting plate from the head cartridge. Clean out the bore of the head cartridge of all material. Ensure the plug in the flow hole has been removed. This concludes the disassembly of the LB 1030 single extrusion adjustable center crosshead. There's a lot of assembly of the LB 1030 single extrusion adjustable center crosshead XT40103. Genca recommends using an anti-seize compound on all screws and threaded components on the crosshead. To assemble the crosshead, insert the helicoid XT26130 into the head cartridge XT25990. Ensure the feed holes for the compound flow line up on both parts. Now insert 2 of the 3/8 hex head cap screws to attach the helicoid to the head cartridge. Next, using the other 2 3/8 hex head cap screws, attach the helicoid assembly to the flange adapter. Note, all 4 screws should be tightened to 40 foot-pound torques after parts are at operating temperature. Insert the die holder XT15075 into the die holder retainer XT15076, ensuring the flats of the die holder are aligned with the holes of the die adjusting screws in the die holder retainer. Attach the die holder retainer assembly to the head cartridge XT25990 using 4 1/4-inch hex head cap screws. These screws should be tightened to approximately 12 foot-pounds torque when they reach operating temperature. Again, note, an anti-seize compound should be used on all screws and threaded components on the crosshead. The crosshead is now ready to be fitted for tooling per product specifications. Insert a B-frame tip into the rear of the helicoid. Then thread in the tip retainer. Thread in the retainer completely, then back off 1/4 to 1/2 turn to eliminate thermal lock. Next, insert the die into the die holder. Then thread on the die retaining nut onto the die holder. If required, gum spacing can be set by threading the adjusting nut completely in, then backing off to the required spacing. If no gum space is required, bottom out the retaining nut, then back off 1/4 turn to prevent thermal lock. After the tip and die is in place and the crosshead is at operating temperature, hand tighten the tip retainer. Upon completion of tooling installation, concentricity of the tip and die can be adjusted by using the 4 5/16 hex head cap screws. This completes the assembly of the Lowell single extrusion adjustable center crosshead XT40103.